Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Day and this is my total money makeover. If you see me fidgeting, it's because I'm playing with Mr. Pooh. What's up, you guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I thought that we could talk about the reasons why I have decided to join or to start a no-buy year for 2020. I have been talking about this a little bit over on Instagram. You should definitely check me out if you don't follow me over there. I have been basically tracking my progress on Instagram. I have not bought anything since basically December 31st. I basically made a ColourPop purchase. I was taking advantage of their 30% off sale, even though I did not need any one single thing of the things that I bought from them. And I think that made me take a step back and realize that something needed to change, and the only thing that can change in my situation is myself. Nothing else around me will change. I have to be the one that says no more, because sales will always exist. Companies will always send emails and promotions will always be there. But I have to be the one that says no. I have to be the one that doesn't get into the car and drives herself to the store. I have to be the one that doesn't open the makeup apps and doesn't purchase items online. So I have been listening to Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover audiobook. If you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, I'll leave some links down below. He's basically a financial advisor. He is really quite famous. He has his own radio show and he has been a New York Times bestseller. He became a millionaire, a self-made millionaire twice. He went bankrupt the first time, was able to maintain his fortune the second time. I've only listened to like the first 4 chapters so far, but his book is really all about the metaphor of the mirror and staring at yourself in the mirror and realizing that yes, you are your own worst enemy, but you are also the best opportunity that you have at achieving success. Back to the story. On December 31st, 2019, I was in the middle of a work shift and I got an email notification from ColourPop about their 30% off sale. Now, I had already seen their sale before a couple of days earlier and I had decided that I wasn't going to purchase, but in that moment I saw that there was barely any items left, like the palettes that I would have genuinely loved to have, like the Zodiac palette, the So Jaded palettes that I would have really loved to have and I would have really enjoyed, and that things that were unique would have been unique to my collection. Those have been gone. So I got major fear of missing out and I ended up purchasing about 5 or 6 items on ColourPop's website that I honestly had no need for. They're sitting in my collection and I have used them. I have to say that I am enjoying them, but I certainly didn't need them. I think that it's just something that Dave Ramsey says about learning new vocabulary, and the word that you will learn to say the most is no. No to yourself, no to friends, no to family, no to opportunities, no to shopping sprees, no to instant gratification. You'll say no to all of that because you have to say yes to your financial future and your financial freedom. So I've realized that the right thing to do is almost always the hardest thing to do, and not shopping for an entire year is definitely going to be one of the hardest things that I have ever done. I love shopping. I love having new things. I love makeup. I love playing with makeup. I love staring at makeup. I love clothes. But I realized that I don't love the things as much as I love the experience of getting the things. Building wealth is 80% behavior and 20% knowledge of what it is that you're actually doing. Behavior is all about habits, and habits are about constant actions that have to be conscientious of until it becomes a subconscious behavior. To me, my habits need to be I don't need it, I don't want it. I hope that my no buy reminds me that the payoff is worth the cost, that I will be sad now and it will be difficult for me to find pleasure in things now that I am not shopping to fill in the gap and the hole in my heart. But it will pay off in the future because I will be able to pay off my debt and I will be able to save up for things that really truly matter. So like I said, my no buy stems from me spending close to $2,000 on beauty and makeup items in the past 16 months. That is money that I could have, I can't even fathom. That is money that I could have used to travel, to pay off my student loan, to put down on my car payment. It's and I realized that it's not going to be enough for me to hold on to my shopping for a year, because if I don't change my habits and I don't change my behavior, in a year from now, I'll just end up buying everything that I couldn't buy in the year prior to that. I've watched so many of these videos. I will link my favorite, Christina, over at Style Apotheca. She really is a lovely Toronto-based blogger. She has done so many low buy and no buy videos, and her content really is just quite wonderful. But I've been binging on these videos, and I've come to realize that no buys and low buys and decluttering videos, they do not solve the issue. Only true introspection and behavior therapy, you giving therapy to yourself, only that is going to solve your shopping addiction. I admitting to all of you and to myself that I need to change my behaviors, I need to change my ways. Dave Ramsey asks you to identify the obstacles, and my obstacles are my insecurities, and those are physical insecurities. I don't think much of myself. I don't think much of my personality. And I also have insecurities about where I am in life versus where other people are in life. Most people my age are married, they have a family, they've already graduated from school, maybe they have a car, or they have some type of job security, and I don't really have any of that. There's also sadness and emptiness that just comes from my chronic depression, and boredom is a huge reason as to why I shop. I think Christina mentioned something about shopping while in the toilet, and preach, girl, preach. I can't say that I probably haven't done the same at one point in my life. I wonder if I could ever get back all of the hours that I've spent just window shopping online. I wonder how much time I would get back. So going back to the mirror metaphor, Dave Ramsey talks about the financial mirror, and when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can tuck your tummy in, and you can pose, and you can contort your body to look a certain way, but at the end of the day, your body is what it is. Your financial situation is what it is. And even though we might try to pass off our financial situation as being better than, have all of these YouTubers that are spending hundreds or thousands of dollars on hauls and shopping sprees and all of this stuff, and you say, wow, they're so prosperous, I want to have that life. And you go to the store and you pay with your credit card, knowing fully well you're not going to be able to pay off your credit card at the end of the month. And you might not realize that that YouTuber that you're emulating is probably going through the same thing as well. And YouTube allows this scripting to happen. YouTubers present a scripted financial reality, and followers are expected to buy as much as influencers do, and to consume as often as influencers do. And it is a really corrupt and just damaging model, because we are spending without understanding the consequences of that spending. The enemy of the best is just fine, and I don't want to be just fine. I don't want to coast financially. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck, and I don't want to accrue any more debt than I already have. I don't need one single makeup item. I'm going to have to be happy with what I have, and that's going to have to be enough for me. I'm concerned because debt is so ingrained in our culture, and we consume so much, and our society is just so fast paced. There's always a new launch, there's always new product, there's always a new trend, there's always a new standard to achieve. And in order to achieve that standard, we have to pay up to look a certain way, to fit in with a certain crowd. But I have outgrown this culture of instant gratification. I know it will be hard to continue being on YouTube, but it is a decision that I had to make. I had to choose to live a more minimal life, and I had to choose to take care of my financial freedom and my financial future, because at the end of the day, no one else will do it for me. There is no shortcut to get anywhere worth going. I am heading towards financial freedom. I'm heading towards financial wellness. I hope that you guys will stick around and join me for the journey. This will be a new series on my channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.